What's up, everybody? Welcome to this special episode of Transcending the Culture. I am James. Of course, I am here with the lovely Cat Queen. And this is a really, really special night tonight. Of course, you guys know that we are actually in the midst of hiatus. So we have not been on for a couple weeks. Season 3 is still set to drop on November 20th. But in the meantime, between time, we have some amazing people with us tonight. There is a new Christmas film that has recently hit Tubi. That movie goes by the name of A Naughty Christmas Story. Listen, I'm not even going to go into any like massive detail about the film because I have the team behind it here. They are part of Iconic Films, and they're definitely going to talk about the film. We have a few questions. We got about 15 minutes. I'm gonna try my best to push it to 20, and I know Ernest is watching us, but very, very good movie, very lighthearted. I think that in this time where there's so much stuff going on in the world, we just went through this election, and a lot of us are real upset right now. Like we need something to laugh at. And when I tell you, I popped on, and in the first 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, this is a trip. Like this is a like really, really good film. So again, we are talking about A Naughty Christmas Story. We are here with the amazing team behind the film that is Iconic Films, and we're just going to go ahead and introduce them all in. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
How y'all ladies doing tonight?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing outstanding. Of course, I want to introduce you to Cat Queen. I know you all talked a little bit before we came on, but the two of us are here, and we're going to be talking to y'all about the film.
Hi, nice to meet you both. I'm so excited. Big fan of the film. I was just laughing earlier today, and yesterday was my birthday, so I needed some laughs and some celebrations. So thank you.
Happy birthday!
Happy my birthday! My birthday was Sunday. Happy birthday!
Happy belated. There is Scorpio season right now. For all the people that don't know. So happy birthday. There are a lot of Scorpios. We are what do they say, Valentine's Day babies, so it's a lot of people that have birthdays around this time. So happy belated to you as well.
Thank you.
So listen, I kind of just want to jump in. I know we actually have let me see.
Coop and
we got our peoples. Okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go. We got Coop there. I got to get Tiffany in there too. I'll figure that piece out because she actually is on now. But I kind of just want to get you guys to start off really with talking about where the idea of this movie came from. And you know, we can all think about a number of movies that are out there, but clearly you all are in your own lane. And I think that in this day and time, like it's absolutely needed. Where did the idea come from for this film?
So this film is actually a sequel. It's part of a franchise. The first one was called Thanksgiving Roast. Okay. Yeah, and this one is the second one in the film, which is A Naughty Christmas Story. And then the third one, which we will be probably filming next year, is going to be A Naughty Christmas Wedding. So the story is written. Is Trey on? I don't think Trey's on. So it's written and directed by Trey Walker, who is part of Iconic. He is a writer and director. There you go. Trey just popped on. Yeah. Just talking about you, Trey. Telling you the mind of Trey Walker and where A Naughty Christmas Story came from.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
I had to log all the way out. I'm here.
So Trey, kind of talk to us a little bit. I heard him say that this is obviously a sequel. So kind of talk about, you know, obviously the project before this and then this film right now and where it steps in there.
Got it. So we did a project in 2021 called Thanksgiving Roast. It stars Trey Chaney and a whole host of an ensemble cast. And it's a pretty typical fish out of water type of story. Think about Guess Who's Coming to Dinner type of thing. You got a square of a guy who has to go to the Maryland, D.C. area to meet his fiance to be's crazy family. And what happens is he basically has to prove himself to the family. He goes through a bunch of different crazy adventures with different people in the family. And by the time we get to the end of the movie, he gets the courage to ask the father for his fiance to be in marriage.
Okay.
And through a little bit of arm pulling and trying to get the father to agree with it, he finally agrees with it, and they are set up to be engaged right at Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Fast forward to a year later, so they don't go, they don't come home for another year. When they get home, the following Christmas, they have a surprise for the entire family. Not trying to give the whole story away, but she comes back with a little bit of bread in the oven, and it's a big surprise to the family.
Right.
And we pick up, they pick up pretty much as a family right where they left off at Thanksgiving, because it's still that animosity towards him, and he still has to go through a whole lot. But this time around, we brought in a bunch of new talent along with the old talent, and just made this movie kind of just marry together. Basically, we brought in Mojo Brooks, who's a up and coming hot comedian. We have Darren Brand, who's been around for some time, aka Big Baby from Wild 'N Out. We brought back Trey Chaney, and we just added a couple of new different characters along with the old characters, just made it that much more funnier. I really enjoyed the first one. It's funny. It's something that you definitely go check out and watch. It's on a lot of different streaming platforms. But then you bring this movie in, and it's like on a totally different level. It's laughs from the beginning to the end. There's even, a lot of people don't notice, there's even a post-credit scene right at the end of the credits where people just turn it off. Like if you keep watching at the end, there's like a whole big surprise at the end. So it's just full of surprises and full of laughs. Really proud of the work that we did on the project. Just these people on the call with me, they helped me bring that vision come to life. They even brought their own ideas to the table on the set, on spot. They would, hey, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, hey, if it makes the movie that much funnier, let's do it. And that's kind of where we're at.
I love where things are with Tubi. To me, it's been a really amazing platform, just in the sense that it is giving us the opportunity to really get our films out there, and we're starting to see how many talented people are out here, like able to make really, really good films. And I'll keep it all the way funky with you. Like I've never heard of the Thanksgiving roast. So now I'm like, okay, and I'm halfway through this movie. So now I'm like, before I finish this, I got to go back and actually watch the Thanksgiving roast now. I'm curious to know how you went about like the casting. the casting piece of it. And I just say that because like instantly going into it, I knew Mojo Brooks because like I'm always sharing Instagram posts with Kat and Tiff, just of like the stuff that he's doing and Unhand Me and like all of that different stuff. So I'm like, I just shared a video of his yesterday, and then I got this and I looked at it and I'm like, Mojo, I'm like, oh, that's the dude whose videos I've been sharing. But then also Trey Chaney, I knew of him from Saints and Sinners. And like he was really, really dope on there. I never really got a chance to watch like BMF and The Wire.
Mm-hmm.
I knew him from Saints and Sinners. And then, obviously Darren, I know of Darren, obviously the Wild 'N Out brand has pushed so many people out there. So I know of characters from that. So it's really good. I'm sorry. And like you got a lot of good people, like really, really good people who can kind of carry the story and make you laugh. And it's actually genuine, I would say. Like, how did you go about pulling these people together and knowing who you should work with and who you really shouldn't?
I would say some of this came by just like by chance. Well, nothing's by chance for real, but like we happened to be getting ready to film a Naughty Christmas story, and maybe about 3 weeks or 4 weeks before we started filming, we got the word that one of the main characters was dropping out and wasn't returning for the movie. This happened in two different instances. One of the main characters from Thanksgiving Roast, the character of Alonzo, he's like the the real comedy piece of the project, was like he wouldn't be returning to the story, and we're like, what do we need to do? And the first thing, Coop started naming some different people we could get. We can go with this, we can go with that. What about Mojo? And then like we put some fillers out there for some different people. I think Desi Banks might have been one, a couple other people. And like really like it happened just like it was supposed to happen, because the first person to hit us back and was Mojo, and through his manager. And before you know it, we on a Zoom call just having a conversation. He's reading the script. He went back and watched Thanksgiving roast and was like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to be a part of this, and I think I can bring something even funnier or better to the story to add to it." And before you know it, he's on set filming with us. And then we had another young lady who jumped in with a week or two before we started filming to play the main girl. So we had to recast two main characters.
We cast it. We went through a casting process and casted. What was it? Jamila and Brandon. Yeah, Brandon was an amazing. I work with Brandon. I've worked with Jamila. I've worked with Darren. But it's crazy because even when I brought Darren when I brought Brandon in for the audition, he just took it to a whole different level. I mean, he does a lot of stage plays, but he took it to a whole nother level. Like I didn't, and I know they didn't expect. Like we tried so hard to, like, when you try not to laugh, but you laugh, and he was okay with that. And that was what was so amazing about him and his character and his role. And I know that, originally when Trey wrote the character didn't have a disability, but, but the character was LBG.
Talk about Twan.
Yeah, Twan. It was LGBT. And, in searching for that, I knew, I was like, well, I know that Brandon, who played the role of Twan, I knew how he identified, and I knew that he would fit the role. I knew he had a disability, but I just thought that, that was even more amazing. You know what I'm saying? That with his disability, we were able to show inclusion with that as well.
He doesn't look at it like a disability.
He didn't look at it like a disability, but people with disabilities, like I said, our company is based on integrity, but inclusion. We include all. We write different things for all. And when Trey wrote that role and Brandon came, I don't even know if I told you guys he had a disability. I think that's the part that I surprised y'all with, I think. And then when he showed up, they were like blown away, like he has to play this role. So that was just like one of those things that just has to be told, because I surprised them. I did not mention that he had a disability, and I didn't want to. I wanted everybody to know that this guy fits the role and he's funny, and let him audition. And he blew it away.
He killed it.
And same as Jamila. Jamila, I've worked with Jamila. With Jamila's experience, she graduated with a degree in arts and fine arts and theater, but she also works in film. And when I worked with her, she was actually an AD on a film that I did. But I knew that she could act, and I brought her in, and I called her and sent her the script. And what was it, about an hour and a half to 2 hours later? Oh, it was the next day. But the next day, like, she did the audition. She didn't need the size. She didn't even think. She just wowed everybody. And so
she auditioned like she did a scene where they were in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And she did her audition. I think we did it on Zoom, and she was like in the bed, she was supposed to be pregnant. She had a pillow in her stomach. She was in character.
She was in character. Yep. Yeah, she was in character.
Yeah.
So, getting these characters, we just, things happen for a reason, and like we've ran into some great people that just fit for real. It's just amazing.
Coop called me and was like, we need a big guy. And I was like, oh, I already have the person for you. Like, he's going to kill it. I actually had a couple. It was Darren, and it was what was the other guy that I had approached? Coop. Was it Charlie Clips? I think it was Charlie Clips.
Yeah, it was Charlie Clips. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was. But I've worked with both of them, and I knew that both of them were good. But my mind, it really landed on Darren because of Darren's personality and the way that when he funnies, and it's so natural. It's just it's not. He's just naturally funny, and that's what he brought to the table. And oh man, when he showed up, him just like Trey said, they took it to a whole different level. They made it their own, and that's what I think made it funnier.
And nobody tiptoed on set with their character. Everybody like fully embraced the character, was fully immersed into the character. They took direction. We was spitting out ideas on set, and we might have lost 20, 30 minutes laughing just in rehearsals. Like it was an amazing like experience being on set. And we got some good behind the scenes that we'll be sharing as well on our socials and things of that nature. But yeah, the whole process from casting to the writing and rewrites in the middle of filming, it was a real dope experience.
I just want to
I'm the one that we had to stop production on for about 20 minutes because I couldn't hold it. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. So while we were filming, I'm like, I'm sorry. Hold on.
I just want to give kudos to y'all, and I know Kat is getting ready to jump in with a couple questions, and then Tiff. But and I know we only have till 7:30, but I just want to give kudos to y'all because, I mean, obviously, I don't work on the film side or the production side, but I do know that like there's an art behind being able to pick the right cast and the right people who are going to take it seriously and, you know, obviously study their lines and know their roles and really embrace it the way that they should. And then also to come off genuine and natural so that, because, you know, I know y'all see a lot of movies and sometimes like you can tell when they're acting versus like really have embraced the role and they have just become that person and it just seems natural. And I, with what I have seen of this film so far, like everybody's natural, everybody fits. Nobody is like out of place, like, she not good or he not doing good. Like everybody is really, really good. And I think that everybody blends well together. I don't know how many of them are in the first film. I know you said Trey Chaney was a part of that, but I am absolutely going to watch. I'm gonna watch that one tonight now. And then once I finish watching that, then I'll probably start the second one over and watch that from the beginning. But I think it's really, really dope. But I want to give Kat and Tiffany a little bit of time to get in there too.
We have a couple comments. Seems like everybody's loving the movie. We have a question that says, "Why Santa gotta be so freaky?"
Was it really Santa or was it the women?
Or was it the women?
Santa.
It was both.
Santa was ready to
I
go home.
was
Ready to check out.
screaming.
Okay.
It's the voice. It's the voice.
I was screaming. I was
so
screaming.
So,
I said, not the parent on the lap.
So where did you guys get the inspiration for these characters? Did you guys look at some of the classic Christmas movies and pull, you know, some classic Christmas tropes or kind of walk me through the process of these unique characters in the movie?
Honestly, these characters it's people I've met before. You know, these people you see on the street, these people you work on the job with, just like, man,
everybody got a crazy cousin. Everybody got a crazy uncle or uncles.
Mm-hmm.
It's everyday people. You know, everybody can relate to it.
You got that person that don't know when to say what they're supposed to say. Don't know they, you know, doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing. The little extra, the uncle that don't know how to keep his hands to himself. All that type of stuff. And you got characters like Mr. Givens, who's always into something. He's supposed to be the patriarch of the family, but he's always into something. He one of the worst ones, but like these are people I've met before in my family.
Okay. And so could you tell me a little bit more about the iconic film brands? And do you guys have any opportunities coming up soon? Like, how can somebody get on with you guys? You guys are popping right now.
Follow our social medias.
So, go ahead, John.
Follow our social medias. We have a lot of things in the pipeline. We're the four of us are writers, directors, and producers, and so we're constantly filming. Sometimes not just our projects, but other projects, and we always post when we are casting and or looking for crew. So the thing is that if you follow us, then you know you'll be able to see every time that we post. If we're having auditions or we're having casting calls or we need extras for the day, or if we need some crew. And, you know, if you have the experience with crew and if you fit the role for a character, then, you know, you submit, we give all the details and information and you submit. Coop has a film that is coming out and we have a premiere coming up for that. Nikki has one coming out. I'm filming something on Monday, but next year, you know, I have a film that I'm filming in March, so I will be doing some casting for that. Trey has one that we're filming. After that, we'll be doing casting for that. Coop has a series that's going to be coming out.
We got a pipeline. We got like a 5-year pipeline of projects. So
I could tell.
September, I have a series, and Nikki's working on a script. So within the net, like for 2025, I could tell you right now that there's 3 films and 2 series that are in play. And so if you know, trust me, follow us, and you'll be kept up on, you know, everything that we're doing.
And can you shout out the Instagram, by the way?
Who just asked about being a freaky Easter bunny?
Listen, we got
Ready,
somebody
Ed.
in the
Ready?
comments going crazy, trying to
not on the day of the Lord.
Listen, they said y'all making all
Ready,
kind of
Red.
holiday
Wants
movies.
to be the Easter bunny.
Listen, that's totally gonna be on Trey, because Trey did this is Trey's, you know, Trey's thing is he loves to make these kind of movies. So if he does something and he's a freaky Easter bunny, I promise you definitely gonna have to follow Trey. Because those are the things that go down on Trey's films.
His wheels are turning already.
At T-Walker Film, hit me up.
T-Walker Film.
At T-Walker. And also, just FYI, down the road, we're gonna do a third one. So this is the second one. We're gonna do a third one. So it's coming. Yeah. So that's like Coop said, a whole pipeline, 5 years. You know, we got enough work.
Yeah. As far as socials, my social is. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I'm Tiffany, by the way. I was watching the movie, and like within the first 5 minutes of the movie, I was cracking up so hard. And listen, I was in the grocery store. I'm sitting there in the grocery aisle watching the movie, so tough to the point where the workers, you know, that has the cart and they were getting everybody's groceries, she ran into me. I don't know how she ran into me, but it startled me to death. And she was like, "Oh, what are you watching?" I said, "A Naughty Christmas." I said, "You got to watch it on TV." Like I was advertising y'all's movie. It was that good. I was so deep in depth. I was sitting there cracking up. So how they heard me on the other aisle. But what I wanted to know was, how long did it really take you guys to do the whole movie with the casting and everything to, you know, come out with it? How long did it take you guys to even finish the movie?
So we started filming in 2023, January 20th. We filmed on Friday, Saturday, and we wrapped it around, what was it, March?
No, we wrapped in February, and then we went back in March for the
for pickup shots.
We wrapped February. We shot Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, January. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, February. Maybe.
It was March 11th.
Yeah, March 11th.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, we had some hiccups in post production, so we missed the holiday season in 2023. So we was only probably out maybe 6 or 7 days before the beginning of 2024. So we didn't really do a really super big push on it, but for the 7 days, 8 days that it was out, it did a lot of numbers. So now that it's already kind of been out for a year, but we didn't really do a marketing push, or we didn't really do a social media push behind it this year. We're really doing a lot of like branding and marketing and social media, and ads and stuff like that to get the viewership up on the film so everybody can see it.
Okay. I'm sorry to cut us short.
Gotcha.
I know you guys. I'm sorry to cut us short. I know you guys got a 7:30, so I hate to cut us off, but trust, man, we're gonna do this again. I'm definitely hopeful that we can get some of the cast as well too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Whomever you feel it needs to be, because I like everybody.
Yeah.
So I
Right.
whoever you want to bring on, but I definitely think it's really.
Yeah, because
really
I'm a
dope.
big fan with Mojo Brooks. He is hilarious.
Yeah. I think it's really amazing. I appreciate what you guys are doing for the culture and what you guys are doing just for the industry as a whole, and us being able to work together, and even saying how, okay, I knew this person from this production and I knew that she could act, so I brought her on, and like that's what we need. Like we really,
Yes.
really. So kudos to you all for this film, for everything that you're doing. We are all watching. We are definitely pushing it out to everybody we can. I know you shouted your social media. Any last word that you want to say before I let you all go?
No, I don't think we shouted out social media yet.
I did, but everybody else didn't.
Oh yeah, my social media is I am Super Coop. That's IAM Super SUPA Coop
I was
COOP.
looking for you. I tried to tag you when I posted. I'm like, I can't find them. It's like a whole bunch of Brandon Coopers on there.
Mine is Jossie Vance, JAHSIVANCE. That's mine.
Okay.
And mine is Nikki for words, NIKI, the number 4 WORDS.
I found you real fast, Nikki.
You got my T Walker Films. So
Yep, got you.
Thank you.
All right, listen, thank you
Thank you guys.
Thank you
I really
guys.
appreciate you guys. I know we all do. And anytime we can do this, or anything you feel like we can do for you, especially if you're in the Cleveland area, which is, well, I'm in Cleveland. Tiffany and Kat are in Akron, but anything you feel like we could do if you're in the area, all you got to do is say the word. We appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your press.
Y'all do the same. Thank you.
Everybody
Turn up,
go watch.
Scorpio.
Go watch. If you haven't watched, go watch again. Like it, share it, do the whole thing.
Yes. All right. Thank you all so much.
all right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
What's up, y'all?
I don't know how to get out of here.
Oh,
I see it. Bye, you guys.
what's up, y'all?
Hey.
Listen, I think that was dope. Tiff, I'm so sorry we had to cut it short. I was like, damn, right at 7:29, Tiff finna get started. I'm like, we gotta end. But I appreciate
I was cool.
Listen, I know you were skating with death about a half an hour ago. So
Ooh, baby.
What did happen?
I appreciate you.
Because my sugar dropped so bad. And
no, not the sugar.
man,
I don't
I
want nobody
was
to think
checking
that
out.
this is slave labor. So I need to put that out there. I don't want nobody to think this is slave labor and you was on your deathbed and was like, I gotta go to work. So I can't.
Yeah.
Got to go to work. Hey, I heard we about to be picking cotton soon, y'all, because of this election. I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
Y'all, what y'all want to do? Y'all want to pick cotton or y'all working in the house? Which one? Y'all got.
Oh, I ain't picking nobody's cotton. Our grandparents did that enough.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be in the house because I can't with this
Big
son.
And I'm gonna tell you what, Big Ma talking about it still. Is we picking cotton today, Diane? My mom was like, no, it's too cold. Like literally, she does.
Please, Tiffany,
I
please.
swear I ain't making this up. I go over there and she'll be like, we picking cotton today? No, ma'am. I'm picking no cotton. You do not. I am not making that up.
Man.
And then my mom, all she say is it's too cold, and she be like, okay. Okay. So I guess it's too cold. They couldn't pick no cotton, but they definitely was picking it.
Oh my goodness. So how you guys feeling? What's going on with you guys?
All right, feeling all right. Well, how you feeling, birthday girl?
No.
Ooh, ooh.
Man,
Yeah,
listen.
I had a good birthday. I took myself out to Red Lobster by myself yesterday.
I know that's real.
Face first and some crab legs and a martini.
Did you try? You should try they boil. I had this what was it? The shrimp boil, I think.
Mm-hmm. Was it good?
It was the bomb.
And then I was about to go get ready to eat my cheesecake. I went down there and somebody got to it.
What? Not the baby.
Yep, she got to it with the strawberry puree. Girl, I'm sick. I just knew I was about to eat that. You know, you got something planned. Y'all ever had something planned? Oh man, don't be laughing at me, James.
It don't be a plan no more.
So
how was Cedar Point?
Cedar Point was great. It was very cold. I would never go that late in the season again, but it was really, really nice. I had fun. And anybody, if you ever never went for Halloween weekends, I would suggest, because they have like haunted houses and people popping out and scaring you. So it was really kind of yeah, girl. These people have skates on their hands and knees, and they come in front of you and just fall. I'm trying to catch them, thinking they falling. They coming skating to me. Girl. I was in line for the haunted house. Somebody peed on themselves in the haunted house because it was that scary.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, so I had a great birthday. Thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes. So I'm happy, and I had me something funny to watch, and that's all I can ask for. I'm about to watch the Thanksgiving one next.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm actually go and watch that, and then I'm gonna come back and watch this one.
Okay, watch the prequel first.
I didn't even know about the Thanksgiving one, because I don't really be on Tubi. I'm really just now getting hip to Tubi like that. So
right.
I didn't really know about the Thanksgiving one, but I'm gonna go back and watch that.
I did want to say one thing to all our transgenders out there. Please give a congratulations to Mr. James Johnson. He did win an award at the Legend Award.
I'm like, huh?
He like, what the hell I done did this?
Right.
You won an award at the Legend Awards. We haven't been able to tell anybody about it, so I just wanted to say congratulations again.
I did
on your award and.
The IBC Award of Honor.
Why he had to have it right there, though, Kat?
Girl, listen. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You better find out. So, man, listen. When I say I am grateful to Nazy Nay,
absolutely,
for that award, I think it been. I'm grateful. Ooh, I just saw another person pop on because we talking about this award right here. You got to stay ready, Tiff. So, I'm really grateful to Nazy Nay. That award meant, I think, so much more than anybody could ever realize. I was up for Podcast of the Year. And while I do think that we need to get out of like second guessing ourselves and doubting ourselves about what we do and like, what we do. I do think that I did still question it though. Like as far as like, should this really be Podcast of the Year? And I mean, I know I've been out here and all of this stuff, but you always, to me, you should always feel like there's room for growth and room for improvement. And I do think that there's room for growth and room for improvement. I don't know everything. Like I'm figuring out a lot of shit on the fly. So there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. But what I can tell you that I have realized just from looking at other podcasters, some we know, some we don't know, is that it doesn't necessarily matter. It don't necessarily matter how long you've been doing it and how much you've done and how many episodes you have and all of this other shit. It really just matters the impact that you're making and how you're how impacting and influencing other people and what they're able to take away from you and your brand and how you're able to help them, or if you're able to help them, and if you're approachable. And it's so much stuff that goes into it. And I do realize that a lot of the focus of the entertainment plug, at least for the last 2 to 3 years, has been the talent in the city. Like I really like, and some Saturdays, because I was doing it every Saturday, some Saturdays I would have 2 or 3 guests on because of the show. So I mean, it's like there's a lot of people who I have interviewed and I have been able to build relationships with for the entertainment plug, and all of that is because of Erwashonda Jacobs. So Erwashonda was behind the breast cancer awareness event that Tiff and I did this past Sunday. We're going to talk a little bit about as well. But Erwashonda jumped, like we had a phone conversation because somebody was like, "Oh, you should talk to her. She was running this guy's show," and subsequently the guy had passed away, and Erwashonda had been doing all of the booking for his show. So I was like, "Oh, that would be cool," because I don't really know a whole lot of people, like artist-wise in the city. So it would be cool if I had somebody to help me book. I mean, I knew what she was gonna do, but I didn't know what she was gonna do. And I think when we talked, and then I got a hold of her personality, and she saw my personality, it was just like, oh, this is gonna be a match made. And that it was, plus a whole lot more. She brought so many people to the entertainment plug. So where I feel like, where I would question, like, should it really be here, or does it belong in this field, or it really does, because there's a lot of people who know about the show in the city, and it's a lot of people who know about it, but there's a lot of well-known podcasts that a lot of people in the city don't really know about because the offer hasn't been extended, or it's red tape to get in and get on. And that has been one of my big things with my media brand is I want to cut the red tape. Like I've been in media for 24 years, so I know how it is when you go through a Radio 1, or you go through a BET, or you go through like any of these major networks, and you're trying to get marketing or promotion or whatever for what it is that you're doing, and they really are not supporting you, and they're not helping you, or you got to go through a bunch of red tape to even get on, and then they want to charge you $7,000 to be able to do XYZ or whatever, and it's like, what happened to it being for the love of it? And I get that you're trying to make money and all this other shit, because listen, we all need some money. But at the end of the day, what happened to a lot of it being for the love? And a lot of people can't get through, because the reality is a lot of these people are not doing it for the love of it. They're doing it for the money. That's why you podcast networks like Kevin Hart's, and a lot of these other networks that have like powerful people behind them, but they're dropping shows left and right, and all kind of different stuff is going on, and people are not necessarily sticking with it where you feel like they would because of who runs it or whatever. But the reality is these people are not in the podcasting business because they have a passion for media and for podcasting, and that they're doing it because they think that's where the money is at. And then when they make money that they felt like it should, then they're dropping shows. So you got like Yamanika Sanders, who was from Hype Network, and she is a comedian, and she had a podcast on Kevin Hart's LOL, and I don't even think she made it 2 months. She might have did 2 months, 3 months, or whatever, and they dropped it. And and it's like she put a message up, and like mad love to her, like shout to her, because I mean she was absolutely graceful about it. But I know that shit hurts though. And for it to look like it's a financial thing, and you never want to get into the space of counting nobody's pockets or anything like that. But how much of a financial issue was it really? Like you kind of went into this knowing what it was going to cost to run this. So it kind of makes you question. But I just feel like a lot of people are not necessarily in it for the love of it. They're in it for the money piece of it. That's why T.I. podcast is gone, because he had an amazing podcast, amazing platform, but it wasn't making what he felt like it should make. So, and when you can't necessarily, some of them, they can't see the money, then, they run from it or they walk away from it. But the reality is doing this kind of stuff, the money is not there right off the bat. Like, Shannon Sharp ain't just go viral immediately. Like a lot of his videos wasn't really, they were not getting anywhere near the visits that they're getting now before he did Cat Williams. So like that pushed him over the top. And I'm gonna say rightfully so. Like I think he does a good job. He does the research. Like when he do he know what he's talking about or whatever. But it takes time. And a lot of people don't have that time to put into it. They don't want to put that kind of time into it. So that's kind of the difference with what it is that I've been doing versus what everybody else is doing. So I absolutely think that the entertainment plug belonged in that category. However, I think that this award, for those of y'all who ain't seen it yet, this award right here, it meant so much more than that podcast of the year because this award, that
you put that award one more time.
The IPC Award of Honor. Let y'all see it. What? Let's get up close.
Better say it, cuz keep putting it up there. Put it up on the screen.
So that award, like, because of the organization that is behind that award, outside of the Legend Awards, it really stands for, being about your business.
Absolutely.
It really stands for being about your business and, running a good business and, obviously following your passion and doing what you love. And what made it more special was she actually knows my story. And we haven't really sat and necessarily talked about my whole story, but she knew my story. So she was able to get back to when I left the hospital back in 2014. And a lot of her friends worked for me, but she and I did not know each other at the time.
Right.
So a lot of her friends worked for me and they was like, James left to start his magazine or whatever. And the fact that she could go back to that and say that, that's what had me doing the Oprah cry on stage. So that's why I was up there like,
they like me. They really like me.
Yeah.
I probably was like, what the fuck? And
I really thought that was really wonderful, feeling because I never, really experienced nothing like that. But with that being said, it's a double thing because James's sister also got it for judge, you guys, in Cleveland. So now we can call her Judge Joy Johnson.
She gonna preside over her.
I know a judge. That's what I'm saying.
What you say? Hold on.
I got a judge on speed dial now. It ain't my jurisdiction. But
hello.
but what I want to say too, like not even like Kat always doing her thing. Like I'm so grateful for Kat, and I know that you was talking about you talking about this award or we talking about this award, but I want to say to you, Tiff, like we super massively like immensely appreciate you. And I think that in a lot of ways, like we're getting to a space and listen, we've been cousins for forever and we've been doing this podcast for over a year, but I think we're getting to a space where we kind of even understand each other a little bit more. And I'm getting to a space where sometimes I have to say, James, shut the fuck up and just step back for a minute. because I have to realize, and I'm working on it, I have to realize that, yes, this is a passion for me. And like this is like my whole life is centered around this. I get it. And I think Kat's whole life is centered around this because she went to school for it. And I think your whole life is centered around a number of things because you still got a child who runs off from you in Walmart and who playing sports and working probably 5 jobs. And like you got a lot of stuff going on. And, obviously I've designed this company and this brand and all of that stuff to be able to work around lives and stuff that people have going on. But I think that I have to be more cognizant of the fact that you doing everything that you can too. And you trying to fit everything in and make everybody happy and make yourself happy. And like, when I say I get it, so when I say that, like, we love you, Like if I ever made you feel any kind of way, smack the shit out of me, because like I get it, and when I say I get, like, I ain't gonna tell you I get it if I don't get it. If I think you a helpful, I'll just say helpful. But no, I just I love you and I appreciate you. And even if you be in your worst of feelings, you'll be like, I gotta come through, because I got you be like, I'm here and I'm going to get my outfit and I'm gonna be good. And like, I appreciate you. I love you and I appreciate you. And you know damn well you ain't going nowhere. I just was like, I gotta shake shit up for a minute and just see what it kind of. I was like, I gotta shake shit up. Like I gotta shake some shit up and just see what happened or whatever. But please try not to mind me. I just, it's a lot in that. It's a lot in that space. And nothing bad, but it's just a lot in that space. And I think like for any entrepreneur or anybody that's running a business, like when there's like X amount that they sacrifice to really try to make it happen, and they still kind of sacrificing, and there's so much stuff going on in between, and they trying to pull it all, their heads be all over the place. So like even today, after we hung up, I was like, the fuck wrong with you? Stop it. Just stop it. Like stop. Like she good. Like stop it. The girl gotta work. Like what's she supposed to do? And she can't be on the line on the phone trying to send the message. Like stop it. So sometimes I have to tell myself too. So I love you. I appreciate you. Like, you know, you are the bestest of the bestest of the best.
So sweet.
And that's it. So I just wanted to say all of that. I wanted us to talk a little bit about the cancer event because I really thought that it was amazing. Of course, you showed up and you showed out. Like you left church and I said, well, the colors is pink and black. Oh, I got you. I ain't worried about it because I know you was ready. And when I say and like you showed up and you showed out and you took beautiful pictures that I'm actually pulling off of the iPad tonight. Like you took beautiful, like you have some beautiful pictures. But I appreciate you. It was amazing. And actually, I'll let you talk a little bit about LaTanya. I'm gonna try to get LaTanya for the podcast so that then you can actually do an interview with her, because I think that with everything that you're doing and with your nonprofit, like it really falls in line. And clearly we got to do that fast, but we gonna get her on the podcast.
It's in the making.
Yeah, but I'll let you talk a little bit about LaTanya though.
So hi everybody. I'm glad to be back on the show. We're glad to be back with our Transcenders. We really missed you guys. We had a little bit of a break to get ourselves together. You know, things happen for a reason. And, you know, I appreciate both of my cousins as well. You know, they're the ones with the degrees. I have a degree in mothership and everything else. So like James said, that I'm starting my own nonprofit, breast, ovarian, cervical cancer research. So and me and James,
and just to cut in just for a second too, I'm proud of you on that front too, because you done already started doing the homework, and you was like, oh yeah, because I talked to Marvin and Marvin do this, and I already found out who needed to be on my board, and I just need 5 people. I'm like, damn, she been running. So like, dope stuff. And that mama degree and life degree, let me tell you, it trumped this little degree that I got. My little degree ain't shit compared to that, because like you so I'm gonna put that out there too. But go ahead.
So yes, it's been a long time coming. As some of you know and some of you don't know, that I am an 8-year survivor of metastatic breast cancer. Mine was hormone based, so it didn't run in my family. On my mom's side, I found out it does on my dad's side. But you know, my cuz here been right by my side since day one. I've been with him with the start of his magazine journey. And he brought me into, he was invited to host an event last Sunday. Her name is LaTanya. And I think me and him both had it in our head it was going to be this big lavish event, which it was. It at the end of the day, it did end up being a lavish event. When he called and, you know, at the last minute, he said he had to do this event. He sent me a flyer and I was super tired. I went to church and I said, you know what, the drive there. But I got home, got my dress, and got ready to go. My mom said, "Are you still going?" I said, "Yes." I get there, and me and him both was like, "Okay." But when we met the survivor, it actually turned out to be the survivor. Well, the lady that has terminal breast cancer, and terminal meaning she has 3 cancers in one. She has breast, colon, and she has stomach cancer. The stomach and the colon cancer turned into breast cancer, which spread it. So she was telling me and James' story. I literally just broke down and started crying because I never met anybody. And she had such a humble heart. I mean, she ended up paralyzed from, what she say, James, the waist down.
Yeah, and
She was actually an event planner. And
yeah,
so
I just like it was really heartbreaking in the sense that we went to go do this event. We didn't really know what we was gonna get. I didn't even realize that she was the actual, like she was the person. When I came in and Erwashonda had said, "Okay, well, you can set up the your ring light and your backdrop and all of that stuff. Maybe over there, just stop with her in the wheelchair, and she could tell you." So I talked to her. We figured that piece out. I still didn't even know that it was really about her until maybe a little bit afterwards. But it just was like, to meet her and to hear her story, because she's been dealing with this. She's been dealing with this for over 20 years, over 25 years. Like she found out because she was pregnant. And the blessing of her pregnancy was that
she had ovarian cancer.
It blocked the tumor from spreading. But then he's like 29 or 28 or 29. So she's been dealing with this for almost 30 years.
Yeah, she said her son is 28, I think, something like that.
So he's been dealing with this for almost 30 years. And every time she felt like she beat it, she never made it past the 3-month mark. As far as being cancer free, they would find it somewhere else. So she's been dealing with this for 30 years. She's still here. She's still fighting. She has remained strong. She's putting these events on every year to honor the people in her life, as well as other cancer survivors. And like, that's amazing to have that kind of a heart when you're in the like when you're terminal and you know it, and you're still in your right frame of mind. So that I might not wake up tomorrow, or this might I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I could handle it. So to meet somebody like her, it just instantly made you tear up and start crying. And I know it really caught you. I was able to hold it in, and I don't do good with holding tears in. So I don't do good with holding tears in. Shit, I was damn near crying yesterday when Elijah voted. So I don't do good with holding tears in. I with this age, at this age, I'm over emotional about everything. So it's just like I be crying and shit, and I'd be happy for people to see it. But that was like really, really, it was gut wrenching, but at the same time, it was heartwarming because, and you saw that I asked her, like, how do you still have a heart to do all of this stuff, knowing your problems and knowing where you are? And she was like, that's just me. And when people came in, you could really strong relationships with these people. The food was banging, and I'd be scared to eat anybody food. I think I have from this lupus, I think I have a stomach ulcer. So I had eaten something maybe a week and a half ago, and you know how you might feel like you ate something bad, like you might have ate something that was kind of going bad or whatever. So I bought some Pepto-Bismol, and actually I was taking Pepto-Bismol when we did the Legend Awards. I had went to the store and bought about Pepto-Bismol. I was just like, I'm done. Like I can't take it, and it was like strong, like sharp pains. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But then I've had like this real bad heartburn for some weeks now, and as I'm looking
I
everything
get
up
those
with
too,
it,
James.
that heartburn is part of it. So
Yeah.
I think I may have something kind of lingering or developing or whatever, and I go to the doctor next week. Yeah, on the 11th, on Raymond's birthday. But
Oh wow.
yeah, so it was really, really heartwarming. We'll definitely have some stuff up, definitely photos and that kind of thing up, so that people can definitely see that event and see the stuff that we went through. But I definitely want to, shout her out, give praise to Latanya, and we are going to work to get her on season 3 of Transcending the Culture. So, of course, we're starting back on the 20th. We're only here tonight just because we had this stream going on. But
It was like I said, it was a very bitter moment, and
yeah, bittersweet.
the people that I came in contact with was 3 survivors, and I was telling them my story, and what I'm trying to endeavor in life, and give back to the community. And I was so upset with myself because I didn't have no cards to give them,
Oh yeah.
and a lot of people that's out here that's you be man. Listen, y'all, you be amazed who you don't know and come up to you and say, man, I just found out I got breast cancer, ovarian or cervical cancer. I rarely hear people say they have ovarian or cervical cancer, but when you have breast cancer, and like I was telling Latanya, hers was kind of like a reverse, because mine was I had breast cancer and they told me that I was in lieu of having ovarian, and sure enough, they found some things that it didn't sit right with them, and that's why I had a full hysterectomy. Hers was that she had ovarian first, and then she developed breast cancer. So, and it just keeps coming. She just kept saying it kept coming back. So she couldn't even get past the 3-year being a survivor because it just kept coming back and it kept coming back. Like what now her heart is pumping at 23%.
Yeah, like that's
She's on hospice right now. She's on hospice. Like, she's sitting around here just going around, mingling with
she's
people.
still living like.
I told James, I said, how can you just sit here and know that you're about to plan your own funeral?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot. You never know. And to me, that was just just it really was just kind of reaffirming that you never know what people going through.
You don't.
Like, you never know what people going through. Even seeing her in the wheelchair, you never know why.
I don't talk much about my illness, only to the people that know what I've been through. Like, I'm still going through it. And it's like I'm 47 years old. People say, why you keep going under the knife? You know why? Until you have experienced getting both breasts cut off, getting both breasts reconstructed, and you still going through the motions of all of your nerves just being just that damaged, you still feeling sharp pains just going through your chest, like, and you don't know if it's back or not. So the doctors is like, well, you know what, to be on a safe side, let's just go back in. I'm tired of going back in. And I told the doctor, I said, if I still keep feeling it past January, then that's when I'll say okay. But in the meantime, I'm actually feel better about myself. I used to have insecurities about what my body looks like on the inside. Man, listen, I'm cool. I can walk out of here and it'll be summertime with the bathing suit on, one breast up, one breast down. I really don't even care. But until you experience what it is like to just have that feeling go through your body saying that you have cancer, and then you still 8 years later still having pain, man, come on. Don't ask me that. And if you don't want to hear me complain about it, then walk away, because I don't have to talk to you. Yeah. This is what people is experiencing. That Tanya told me that, James. She said the reason why she had just them little people, she had maybe about 15 people.
Yeah.
She said, because these is the ones that was by my side
Mm-hmm.
the most. These was the one that been rocking with me the most. Everybody else don't be wanting to hear you complain about this and that. They can kick rocks. And I told that lady, I said, that's where I'm going through right now. Because it was times where I would sit up here and complain, and certain people would be like, oh, they wouldn't say it, but you could see it all in their face.
Mm-hmm.
Go again. Guess what? You ain't got to worry about it, because you, James, you, Kat, my mom, my boyfriend, everybody, that my girls, my friends, my girl, Bunny, I call her Bunny, told me, you see these 10 fingers right here? Hold your hands up, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold your hands up. That's how many people I got in my circle. I don't have to be popular. I don't have to have over 20 people. Absolutely not. Them many people I got on my Facebook page, they know me. But I look at them and be like, you was the one that used to bully me in high school.
Right. No, for real. That's how I be.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like
my stuff. You lurking on my page.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that with Facebook too, because pretty much nobody on my Facebook is anybody that I just like. I don't
you
know.
Really deal with.
Like Facebook has been the one that I have always been particular about who I accept and
absolutely
all that stuff. You know, versus like my Instagram and Twitter and all of that stuff. Like because I have like all of the media stuff. Like you have a lot of like fans and stuff like that follow me.
Right.
And of course, I have the Instagram account too, where it's just people that I know.
Right. It's just associates that you know. They could be up there. Oh, let you get big. Let you get big. Since I've been on the podcast, oh, I know her. I know her. How do you know me? Have you ever been over my house? No. Have you ever sat over my mom's house and ate at her table? No.
Right. Have Big Ma ever slapped the shit out of you? No.
Until you experience that shit, pronouncing your name.
Until you experience Big Ma, like, hey, you said
when she mispronounced your name, when you have been slapped by her, then you can actually say, I know Tiffany.
What is she, 95?
She is 95. She will be 96 January 1st.
She is every bit of 95. And if you walk in there, she gonna walk up to you like, hey, what did you
do? Booby? You've been called Booby, Bobby. My girl Bunny has been called Bonnie. Dana has been called Damon. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Kat haven't grew up with her, but we gonna put you in a lieu of Kathy. Kat, and what's it? She called Kat.
No, last time I was eating next to her, we was sitting there eating for a minute, then she looked at me, she said, girl, why you ain't tell me you them came? Come here. Like, you ain't told me, you ain't said nothing, you sitting right next to me. I was like, well, I did, but she's like, come here, give your auntie a hug, your great auntie a hug. I'm like, okay, now. And then one person she did not forget, my mama, Kathy. I know that ain't Kathy walking past. I'm like, oh goodness, yes.
Yeah. Honey, she loved her some Kathy. She loves her some Kathy. Mm-hmm. And Joy, I'm gonna tell y'all what, splitting image of Big Mom when she was younger, baby. I tell Joy all the time, you looks just like Big Mom. Oh my God. Just like her. It's crazy. She looks just like her. And I tell you what, James, and even Uncle Raymond is looking down on both of y'all, and she is saying how proud she is of y'all, for real. She is proud. She's proud of y'all.
I know she is. I appreciate that. I do know that she is, though. That's the one thing that I can always say is that, like, we had the support system. Like, we had the village.
Definitely did.
Yeah, we had the village, and that village matters. Like, we definitely had the village and a good support system. And I know she's looking down, and like, you know, with Joy, you know, winning the election yesterday, and you know, she's gonna be sworn in January 10th, maybe 15th. I have to look back at it.
Oh wow.
And that's really, really dope.
I have to get in touch with her because I'm in charge of, I'm one of the chairpersons of our breakfast, and I want her to speak at our breakfast, or I'm in charge of two things actually. So I'm definitely going to get in touch with her because I mean it's a big deal in our family for her to have she's basically our first judge in the family.
Yeah,
for real. You know, in the Hodges family. So
and she's worked hard. She's really, really worked hard. I mean, outside of everything that she's done to get to there,
right.
She's been campaigning like strong for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when she started campaigning for this, nobody else was out yet.
Nope.
So, she's doing really, really good. I'm happy for her. I worked the polls all day yesterday. So,
did you,
because you know, with this lupus, I can't be out like that on my feet like that. Girl, I'd be done died if I worked at McDonald's or something, because I'd be like, when I tell you, it wasn't even like crazy hot yesterday or nothing, but I went at 11:30. I was late. I was supposed to be there at 11. So I got there at 11:30 and I was there until like 7:30. She was having like a watch party where they was gonna go and sit and watch and wait to see who won or whatever. So it was at this bar on in Shaker, and I was gonna go, but it didn't start till 8. And the location that I was at, the polling location, was around the corner from the house. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the house first. And when I tell you I came in this joint and laid down, that was it.
Curtains.
When I woke up, it was like 11:30. So I was like, fuck. So, you know, I get on the phone, I'm calling around to see. My mother had sent a text saying she won, and she sent me like a screenshot of the thing or whatever. So I finally got in touch with her. I'm like, I've been asleep. I fell asleep. And I talked to Elijah. He said, oh, I told Granny you probably was asleep. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's the middle finger.
Right. So it just was cool though to see, you know, even though you know, Kamala lost and all of that. You know, even with that, and you know, we listen, the whole world of people who voted for her and all of that stuff have been in a funk all day. And I get it, but sometimes you got to lose to win. My cousin told us that you got to lose. Yeah. And listen, you ain't gonna always get. It's just like to me, this with her kind of models when Joy ran for judge the last time. She jumped. She sure did. She kind of was late jumping in. She ran a good race, and it was super close, like spits close, but she didn't get it the first time, and was devastated and everything. And you be devastated that you move on and you decide to come back and do it again. And sometimes that next time is when you get it. And you know, while we was able to see her vision and we wanted her to be there, God said this ain't the time. So
we was there for her. We was definitely, the cousins came out for the parade, and we was there for her, and we did.
But I think, you know, even with this presidential thing, like God said it's not the time. So you know, we felt like we wanted her in there, but this just wasn't the time. And no, we don't want that pumpkin head in there. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And if you doing your thing and doing your part and making sure that you keeping your shit in order and all of that stuff, then you're gonna be all right, you know, for this time. And then we're just gonna go at it hard. But to me, it even gave me some ideas as far as the political platform that I'm working on building out and launching with the podcast network. Oh, we finna do some shit, baby. And because what I can say is that she got our culture to get the fuck up and stand together.
Absolutely.
In 107 days, she got us together and got us out there, like record-breaking numbers of us that voted yesterday. And to tell people that our vote does not matter at this point, like, is really a disservice, because to me, it shows that our vote does matter, like record-breaking numbers. The problem is those of us who don't go vote at all, and then the sneaky ones of us who are smiling and grinning and shucking in our faces, and then they went and voted for him.
Yeah.
Because it's a ton of them.
Right.
Trust me, it's a ton of them. And if Waka Flocka is out here talking the way he talking, trust and believe a lot more of him that's out there.
Right.
Same way.
For real.
So that's to me, that's what you need to look at, because you ain't gonna tell me that her vision wasn't clear, and he had a clear vision. He ain't even had no fucking vision
At all.
So I mean, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. The one good thing is that this last time we got to have his events. Now the sad thing, he gonna put enough people on that Supreme Court that's gonna be there, and they're gonna be wreaking havoc for the next 20 years. And that's the unfortunate piece. But that's what happens. When you have crazy people that don't pay attention and don't follow common sense, that's the kind of stuff that happens. Imagine all the motherfuckers that's gonna get deported. I was like, "Ooh, baby, it's gonna be some empty. When you go down to the reserve square, it's gonna be empty down there because all them finna get deported." Around here. So I mean,
they gonna wish they never did vote for that man.
That's a lot of shit people ain't think about. If he ain't do nothing for you in that first 4 years, what gives you?
What you think you ain't got nothing coming this next 4 years?
Right, but people, it's really, to me, it's not about vision and values and all of that kind of shit. It's about the fact that it was somebody black and it was a woman.
Yeah.
Now you ain't gonna hit us with a double whammy. Nah, we let one of y'all in, but a woman too? Oh no,
absolutely not. Yeah.
So it sucks, but listen, we gonna be all right. I was telling Kim yesterday. I was like, girl, we gonna be good. Shit, I said, you and I, we all right because we hustle. So we gonna be all right. But these ones out here that's waiting on a check, see if they get a stimulus check.
Stimulus what? You better go on somewhere.
And all the shit that's gonna end up happening now with healthcare and pre-existing and all of that kind of stuff. Oh, it's gonna be towed up real fast. Yeah. But they're gonna understand it. They're gonna understand it, and they're gonna wish they had did better. And that's all you can rock with. But you can't let it stop you from living and stop you from prospering and living. Like you just you was all right before, and you're gonna be all right after. So, well, all right. I ain't gonna hold us too long. I know we was on for that quick stream, and then we was gonna talk for a little bit. But it's 8:18. I'm finna chill for a minute. Ooh, yeah, I'm finna chill for a minute. Hey, look. I said I was gonna tell y'all I might be going to North Carolina with the Barrenos. For New Year's. So I'm gonna talk to Fantasia dad probably tonight, and see what everything is looking like, and if I can bring people and all of that stuff. And if so, y'all are welcome to come if y'all want. I am gonna drive because it ain't but a 7 hour drive, so it's like a 7.5 hour drive. But y'all are more than welcome to come if y'all want to come or whatever. Because I'm sure it'll be like last year and the big, festivities and concert and all of that kind of jazz, New Year's and stuff. So y'all just let me know. Okay. But that's like last weekend in December for New Year's. Look, I'm over here.
I know that time then went back and tore me up, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we'll get caught up though. So you guys, I can't wait because season 3 and I got the turkey. So get the flyer out, James, that we're gonna have the giveaway. They gotta, subscribe.
Give me all the info for the flyer. I'll make one. I hadn't thought about it, but yeah. Send me everything that need to go on there, or send me everything that need to go on there. I'll get a flyer together.
All right.
And yeah, shoot me all the details. I'll do it. I got you. Okay. I mean, I'm still waiting on my desserts that you were supposed to make me last Thanksgiving, but you played the out of me.
Well, we gonna be
at
over
you.
Dave's house celebrating. So if y'all ain't doing that, the cat was supposed to come last year, but
Oh yeah, I got a little. I think I had got toe up on Christmas or yeah, or Thanksgiving.
Is y'all partying at Dave's house again?
every year.
Let me tell you, there's always some drama. Those the bougie gangsters. That's what I'm
Well,
calling
you know what? This is it. Okay, so it's Christmas over Sandy's and Thanksgiving over Dave's. So
Okay.
anything for me not to have to cook, please. I'm there.
Well,
I don't cook Thanksgiving. Now, you know, Mom, she doesn't go over there because of Big Mom. So she does all the cooking. So
are you going for Thanksgiving?
Huh?
Are you going for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
All right. So let me get my life together. I probably will come down for Thanksgiving.
Yep, absolutely. And then like the weekend, I'll probably cook, but no,
Yeah,
I can't do all that. That it is so. And plus, I gotta. I don't have to work Thanksgiving, but Christmas I might have to.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll let you know. I don't know if Elijah will come. It depends on what Dolores have going on with her, her brothers and all that stuff. And because I'm quite sure if they're doing anything, then Elijah's probably gonna want to be there for that stuff. So, so I can't say immediately whether he'll come down for Thanksgiving or not, but I'll come down there though. I mean, even if there's something going on at my mother's house, I can come down there for a little bit and then just come here because they ain't doing that much at my mother's house.
Yeah, man, you know all they're gonna do is watching the game and drinking. So
yeah, I could scoot down there because I feel like I ain't seen everybody in the venue.
Yeah, absolutely. Come out. And Teresa definitely love to see y'all. So
yeah. So yeah.
All right, y'all. I gotta go.
How's Cam doing? Because he was going to school for
great.
Huh?
He's going to school for music.
Like production or something.
Yeah.
Okay. And how's that going?
It's going great. So when he graduates and get the diploma, he'll be able to do like the movie. If a movie, they need production, music, somebody to overdo the sounds and all that. That's what he'll be doing.
Okay. Look at my cousin. Okay.
Yes, he's doing big things. I wish he just need to hurry up.
No, that's good. I'm happy for him. I'm glad that's working out. Well, all right, y'all.
Well,
yeah, she tired. Let her go. Yeah, she tired. Let her
that
go.
Didn't mean to come out. That didn't mean to come out. It just came out.
Time to go.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, listen. I done ventured away from the page or whatever. I'm just looking at y'all. Put the screen up, James. All right, y'all.